everyone, this is cybereagle2001 and today we are back for a new video. I received a lot of messages and comments on my Instagram account. You will find the link below in order to solve the blue room on tryhackme, and this is what we are going today. So first we need to open the blue room. You will find the link in the bio. So what we have in here, it says scan and learn what exploits this machine is vulnerable to. Please note that this machine does not respond to a ping ECMP and may take a few minutes to boot up. This room is not meant to be a boot to root CTF, rather this is an educational series for complete beginners. So first we need to connect on tryhackme network. So I'm running Kali Linux. So sudo open VPN for this VPN Kali complete. So I should prepare for cherry tree. So for documentation, and we will create on the desktop a new directory called blue. So let's go to the blue directory. We'll work on there. Reload the page. So we are online, start our machine and wait for it to boot up. So during that time we are going to prepare our write-up place, blue. So under blue we will prepare for the nmap scan. And after that we'll wait for it. We wait for 27 seconds. So it should be a Windows 7 machine, I think. So we have actually 5 tasks. The first one, recognition. Second, you are going to gain access on our targets. Then we need to escalate our privileges in order to get roots, and start by cracking passwords, then find our flags. So we can see here that we have got our IP. Let's ping it. It's going to take some time, actually. So for those who don't know how to use nmap, you can play the nmap room. It's really interesting, and maybe I will record a video about it if you are interested, for sure. So let's go. Yeah, we got our ping. We can start our nmap scan. So to do that, what I'm going to do actually is to go with an aggressive scan on this IP in here, and it says that it blocks our ping, so ping not. You can see here doesn't respond to ping ECMP, so this is why I use the flag PN in here. We'll wait for nmap to finish scan. So we used nmap already. It says how many ports are open with a port number under 1000, and this is what we are searching for now. We hope that it will not take a lot of time. Actually, for those nmap aggressive, let me explain those flags. So we have the aggressive mode, which is the A, the PN, which is actually do not ping, and SV, I think it's for services, nmap minus SV command. So you can see I think it's an SV one. So or just I can use simply, we can do the nmap help in here. So the SV should be the SV it's for services. I remember that it's for services. SV, open ports to determine services and version. So service version. So this is, it's a service version. The service version actually will allow us to get some data about our machine, and actually we can find some vulnerabilities on depending on those versions. So we can see here that our nmap, this is our nmap scan. We copy, paste it for the documentation, and let's see what we have in here. So we have the first port is 135, which is a TCP port, and it's running the MS RPC. The version is Microsoft Windows RPC, so remote, I think RPC, it's about remote desktop, I think something like this. We have 139, which is the TCP also. We have Microsoft Windows NetBIOS, and we have 445, which is Microsoft DS, and we have Windows 7 Professional. So actually we know that this is a Windows 7 Professional operating system. And we have the SSL date for the 3389, it's also TCP, so it's SSL server. MS also, so we can see that it's an MS server. Actually, once we think we have John, so the target name is John, so we can understand that we have the user is John. We can add it in here. About information gathering. So information, we have user is John, and actually what we can also get is that we have a lot of data in here. So we have an account which is for SMB security, so we have a guest user for SMB, so SMB user guests. So what we are going to do actually is that we are going to use the SMB protocol, which we are going to find a way to get into the machine using that service. Actually, for those who don't know the SMB, actually it's message block. So SMB, actually it's server message block. So this is the SMB. What we are going to do actually is to, so actually let's start by answering the first question: how many ports are open with a port number under 1000? So we have 1, 2, 3. So we have 3. True. What is this machine vulnerable to? So actually this is what I was going to do. We need to find the exploit that we are going to use, but we already know that it's running the SMB protocol. Actually, what we are going to do is that I'm going for the USR share nmap and scripts. For those who don't know it, it's actually an aggressive and offensive mode. It's about an active scanning, and it's called nmap script engine. Actually, those are scripts that and we can use them in order to find vulnerabilities on the system. And what I'm going to do is to use the ls in order to see what we have in the directory, which are nmap scripts, and grep the SMB. Why grepping the SMB? So I can see all the SMB vulnerabilities that we can use, and scripts for enumeration and discovery. So what are interested with the SMB vulnerabilities like these ones. So this is what we are searching for. So it said that it has already answered it form of MS, example MS08. So SMB vuln for Windows 7, and I'm sure it's about something like SMS 17, Microsoft Security Bulletin for MS 17010, and this is what we have in here. So this is our vulnerability, and done. So what we are going to do now is we are going for the gain access, and to do that we are going to run the MSF console, which is a framework well known in the world of pen testing, and especially it's so easy to use for beginners. So what I'm going to do actually is that I'm going to search for an exploit, and already we know that we have the MS70. Oh, actually, sorry, it's like this. So we will use the external blue MS17. So we are going to use this one. You can also type the number of the exploits, just 0, and you will get it. So we are using the exploit here. To do more, that we are going, it's by default it uses the reverse TCP payload. So first we are going to paste actually this one exploit, copy and paste it here. So this should be done. So it says show options and set the required values. So the first one is to show options, and here are all the options that we can change. So we need the air host and the airport. For the air host is actually our target IP, and the airport is the target port we are going to use. And what we are going to change is the air host here. So I think this is what we need to make. Yes, it is. So I'm going to set our air host. So it says set air hosts and basis. So I will show you the options now, and you can see actually sorry, I made a mistake. Sorry, so copy it. Oh, it's not working. To make it quick, done. So if I'm going to show options, so we can see that we have our air host there. Then it asked us to change the payload for this one. So set payload for this one, and let's show options. So by default we have this IP, but actually this is not my IP, so I'm going to copy this one and set L host, which is the attacker IP, which is you, obviously. And now what we are going to do is we are going to run it, and we can see that we are going to get a shell quickly. so we should give it some time. It will depend on your network connection and the communication between your machine and our target, which is the blue VM here. You have to press enter for the DOS shell to appear, background the shell. If this failed, you may have to reboot the target VM. Try running it again before the reboot of targets. So we'll wait for it. It should work. Wait, we are in. So okay, let me try to type enter. So we can see here that I will, okay, this is, please, okay, who am I? So who am I? Authority system, nice. So we are in. Let's go. It will ask us to, wow, nice. So we are on the target machine actually. So what we are going to do now is it asks us to, if you haven't already backgrounded the previous game shell, Control Z. So we will background the shell using Control Z. A background session, yes please, and done. So it says research online how to convert shell to Meterpreter shell in Metasploit. So we got here shell, and what we are going to do is change it to Meterpreter shell, which is something better for us for the pen testing. So what we are going to do is we are going to search for shell to Meterpreter actually, and we got this one, number 17. Can see it to shell to Meterpreter upgrade. So we have post multiple managed shell to Meterpreter. So I'm going to use this one and paste it here. So show options, what options are we required to change? So show options. So I think we need to change the session. Nice. So let's show sessions. Oh my gosh. So we can change anyone just by set session 5 session, and we should, okay, set the required option. You may need to list off the sessions to find your target here. Okay, run. If this doesn't work, try to complete the exploit from a previous task once more. So what we are going to do is just run it. Sorry, just run it. So we should get post module execution completed. So we will be back. Okay, I think it will take some time. So why we are doing this actually, because it's for learning purposes. Actually, if we will go directly with the by default payload, actually get directly the payload interpreter shell, and this is actually this no payload defaulting is Windows XP interpreter reverse TCP. But what we use it actually is we use it the after changing we use it the explore actually sorry we use it the shell, I think, Windows shell reverse TCP. You can see it here. This is why we are changing the shell into a interpreter 1. So session -e session, so session 5. Okay, let's go back for session -e. Okay, why it's not working? Why it's session? We have it's not working. So we still have the Windows shell here. Should go back again. Okay, so exit or just Control Z, background it, yes, positions, interpreter. This is our session here. We can see that it's an authority system on John PC, so we are going to use this one actually. So sessions -e50, and we got our interpreter shell. So we need to, so this is, it works correctly. We changed our session to the interpreter. We are on an authority system. We are okay with every single one. So let's go for the cracking part. So to do that, within a revelation interpreter shall run the command #dump. This will dump all of the passwords on the machine as long as we have the correct privilege to do so. So as we have the correct privilege to do so, this is why I'm going to use we can see here all what we can do. So these are all commands that we can use on a interpreter shell. Actually, we can record videos from the camera, we can take screenshots, we can record voice, we can take we can run malware, we can upload files, we can show the mounted drivers, we can see the IP configurations. Actually, we have a lot to do, and what I'm going to do now is to use the get system command, which will allow us to elevate our privileges into admin. So done. So it asks us to get the password using the #dump command. Operation failed, the parameter is incorrect. Dumps the content of the SAM database. Brief passwords, get some hashes. Operation failed. Why? So we can see here that we got our system again. So sorry, get system. Wow, help. What's the problem in here? So this is the get system, we are admin. What we are going to do now is we are going to use the #dump. Yeah, so this is our #dumps. What we are going to do now is that we are going to crack what is the name of the non-default user? Actually, the non-default user is John. Okay. I have a simple network problem. Let's go again, which is John, and it's correct. So we can see here that we have got John in here. Let's open a new terminal, get to the desktop for blue, and there. So we're going to use echo John directory and password.txt. That's it. Cut password, copy paste it into a new node in here, which is password. So we have John hash. This is it. What we are going to do now is we are going to use hashcat in order to crack it. So we are going to use the modulus 1000, which is the NTLM modulus. Why I use the NTLM modulus? Because we all know if you are going to use a simple search on a Windows hash algorithm, so we will find that it's the NTLM algorithm, which is used for password hashing in Windows. So now what we are going to do is to password.txt and use the user share word lists. I'm going to use the rockq.txt, and it seems that it's done. All hashes found in profile, use show to display them. So okay, let's see that. Show. So this is our password. So it will change depending on your password, on your graphical cards. Actually, hashcat use your computer graphical cards. So this is our passwords. So it's the time that it will take to crack the password, it will be really very different between a computer to another. So John password is this one. What I'm going to do now is that we are going to use we are going to find flags. The first flag is this flag can be found at the system root. So the system root, actually the system root, how can I find, I don't know if this is going to work. So we are on the system Windows system 32. Actually the Windows root is the C directory. So we are going back and again back, you'll see. So we are on the system root directory, and here we got our flag1.txt. So let's cut flag1.txt. So flag access the machine. So this is our first flag in here. The second flag, it says Windows role doesn't like the location of this flag and can occasionally delete it. It may be necessary in some cases to determine and restart the machine and return the exploit to find the flag. This is relatively rare, however it can happen. Flag 2, this flag can be found at the location where passwords are stored within Windows. I think passwords are stored in the system, or actually in the Windows directory, and we need to go to configs maybe. Okay, so let's see what we have here. I think maybe in the system 32, I think we need to go to system 32 and get into configs, or config. Yes, config. And now let's direct directories, and this is our flag. So cat flag to the text and some database. So this is our new flag. Done. The next one, flag 3. This flag can be found in an excellent location to loot. After all, administrators usually have pretty interesting things saved. What we are going to do now, that we are going to search for John directories. We'll go back for the system. Actually, we need not to go back to the system, sorry. We need to go back to Windows. Enter, where am I? So enter the users, I should be, go back again to the root, go to users, dears, so going to John, and now see what we have in here. So this is my documents. Let's go to documents. Actually, let's see the directory, my music, and we got flag 3. Let's see it in here. Cat flag 3 text. Admin documents can be valuable. That's it. We are in and done. Congratulations, you have completed the room. I hope that you enjoyed the blue room. Actually, it's really interesting, especially for beginners, but also it's so important for the professionals to go back always to the basics. And a blue external blue actually is one of the most known vulnerabilities on Windows systems, and especially in SMB. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. See you soon.